Pick a card. What beautiful thing is entering your life? Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you at your reading. Hi friends, my name is Crystal with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do another pick a card reading for you. For those of you new to my channel, welcome, welcome. And for those of you that are indeed repeat offenders, thank you so much for your time and your energy. We're going to get a little bit of sagey sage all up in here. And maybe some soot on my hands, but that's okay. I ain't afraid, no dirt. Okay. So today's pick a card reading, we are going to be looking at what beautiful thing is entering your life. I feel like a lot of us can use some encouragement. And frankly, all of us can, right? So we're going to get some sagey sage all up in this biz. If you want to skip this portion, feel free. Just look in the description box below. But I would like to know what beautiful thing is entering your life. And I would like 3 cards. I feel like I have this one. I'm taking reversals for these. So if they come up upside down, I am going to flip them. Pile number 2. This one. And pile number 3. We're going to do this one. But I'm going to flip them in front of you, as per usual, just so you can get a look. I'm hearing, wait till they get a load of this. But I think it's wait until they get a load of me. That was the old Batman movie, the Joker. Okay. Pile 1, radical honesty. Woo woo. To believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. Wow, that's powerful. I might have to bring them off camera for a second so I can actually read them. Okay, what beautiful thing is entering in your life? Pile number 2, emotional energy. Give me a moment to read. Emotions are messengers to be met with the appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. That's cool. Bit of cool. And pile 3, we have inner integration. That's what's up. Okay. There's peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner world, the inner wild with the taming and the tempering effect life has on us. Wow. Okay. These are brand new cards, so I'm all about the brand new, and especially now. So go ahead and choose your pile. I will leave a little picture so that you can have more time to select, and I will see you at your reading. Please pause if you need more time to make your selection. Hi, pile 1. My name is Crystal with Psychic MD. If you missed the intro, it is still the same name if you didn't. Hi, I hope that you are doing super well. You chose radical honesty with the number 18. Woo-wee! Okay, let's take a peek at this card a little bit closer. I'm going to try to read it from the camera once again. Radical honesty. To believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. I mean, that is just a mouthful, right? And the first thing, frankly, even before I started rolling on your reading, what came about to me is I heard this song. I don't know what it's called, and I'm going to make an attempt to sing. It goes, ooh, child, things are going to get easier. That song. So you can look up the lyrics. I don't even know what the song is. I'm not a songstress. I wish I was, but I'm not. So I'm going to say that things are about to get easier. And I think that the first thing that I noticed here is she is taking off her armor. She's taken off even her helmet, it looks like. And I feel like part of you has had to be really defensive, or you've just been in defensive energy for a very, very long time. And part of you has been, I heard, married to a facade, or you know how when you do something and you're all in, and then it winds up being, for example, like a money pit or this big, huge project, and it's like, well, I've already done this, so I'm going to have to add a little bit more, and a little bit more becomes a little bit more and more and more, and so on and so forth, until you are so far deep and it doesn't even make sense as to how you got there to begin with, because that was not the intent or the agreement that you had within your own mind. I'm feeling that kind of energy. Now, I also think that this was, no, my card jumped into, oh my goodness. My card just jumped into the, the little abalone dish. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say it jumped in with my, oh my goodness, use your words, Griselle, with a little abalone shell that I am saging with. And the interesting part is that the card that jumped for you is the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like a lot of this has to do with your cooperation, collaboration with other people. And indeed, I feel like this could be a lot about work, but also perhaps even how you work with other people in general. So I'm going to leave this here as like a point of, because I feel like that is important. And the fact that it literally jumped into the fire, right, has a lot of meaning here. And I feel like maybe perhaps you've gone all in, and maybe perhaps even gotten burned due to your collaboration with other people, maybe people that weren't seeing eye to eye, or that you, for example, you're holding a job that you're like, well, this is how I do, this is what I know how to do, and it's too late in the game to switch horses. Like, you know, I've done this for 20 years, 15 years, 5 years, 3 years, whatever the case may be. Or I went to school for this. It is my profession, my chosen profession. This is what I have a degree in, but I don't have a love for it. I have a skill and a talent for it. Yet it drains me, or I have to continue acquiring more skills and talent in order to do this one thing. So whatever it is that you're collaborating with, I feel like maybe you have held like a facade. This almost even feels like a mask in a lot of ways, and a suit of armor. And it's like, well, regardless of, you know, what I feel inside, I'm going to keep it to myself, or regardless of what other people say on the outside, I might be defensive or I'm well armed. But this Three of Pentacles jumping into the fire can be a major transformation about your workplace and how you are viewed at work and how you're perceived and how you perceive other people. So I feel like even with that jumping into the fire, it's like, okay, we're all in. And I can't really say the term that just came into my mind, because if you've been watching my readings at all, you know that I kind of have a filthy mouth. And so the term, I'm going to keep it to myself. But I'm going to kind of like soften it up with all in. Okay, it's all in. So it's all in, and in a lot of ways I feel like it's going to be all out. This radical honesty is going to bring about a huge transformation, because now I'm hearing the word backstabbing, and I feel like you're going to show your face in the fact that you're like, you know, I'm aware that you've gone behind my back and taken my project. I'm aware that you have been coveting what I've been doing. I'm aware that you are micromanaging in your free time. I'm aware that you don't have my best interest at heart, and maybe you really enjoy gossiping and, you know, putting bugs in people's ears so that, other people, you know, are privy to what it is that you're thinking. So I feel there's a big air of sabotage, and it has, I heard the word infantile. So I feel like you could have some immature people that you're working with, or people that don't have everyone's best interest at heart, people that definitely have competitive energy, not cooperative. And I see this moving and changing. I feel like with that radical honesty, I think that it's, I heard brute force. Okay. So maybe it's going to be something that they are forced to show up front that they've lied about, or that, yes, they have it in the background, trying to sabotage you, trying to ruin your reputation, things like that, or simply gossiping about things when they should really be focused on work. Funny idea, right? Or even self-growth. That would be another great thing. But this is a spirit of competitiveness, and I feel like you're going to address it in a radical manner. And maybe it might be something that you're like, I didn't intend to address it, it just sort of came out and I'm kind of done with that. But in doing so, I feel like that's going to really transmute the energies, and a lot of honesty is going to come into the forefront. And even the Three of Pentacles jumping into the abalone shell, which to me, water and emotions. And then you have the fire, the little disc right here with the sage. I feel like that is going to be cleansed. So your radical honesty is going to bring about other people's radical honesty. And I think that there could be some major, major progress going on right here. And with that, I happen to look down. Yep. And what do we have? The scallywag, but the Five of Swords. Yeah. So we have the Five of Swords. It looks like somebody is walking off and somebody is just like, I thought so, bye. But they don't have all the information. And, they have the Three of Swords, and this is about betrayal. So maybe a betrayal is going to become very evident and obvious to you and everyone else. The fact that this person is glorifying in the betrayal and the constant attacks. And I feel like these are even like attacks that nobody sees. They are so underhanded and so subtle. And this person is a mastermind, I feel. Very sharp, very quick-witted, quick on the draw. And that's why they have so much time to cause trouble. But the interesting part there is that I feel like when they get left with the Three of Swords, that is something that is going to tarnish and taint their reputation and not yours, okay? So some hard truths will come out, some things that'll be really uncomfortable to hear. But also I feel like this is being very obvious to the person who is causing trouble, because I definitely feel like with the spirit of cooperation jumping into the flames, it's like, okay, let's just take off all of our facades here. It ends here. And what is really going on? Why do you continually XYZ? Why do you continually micromanage when your role is something completely different? Or for supervisor, why are you micromanaging? If you feel like I can't handle this, then is there something that we can do differently? Or is this really how you want to spend your time, which is basically two people doing the same thing, which is nonsense to me, right? But I feel like the beautiful thing about that is it's going to allow peace, and it's going to expose the person that is indeed causing trouble. It might get a little bit heated, so definitely keep your wits about you. And I do feel like you're a warrior, but you're not about like, okay, if you bring the war to me, we're going to fight. It's going to happen. But if you leave me alone, then I could be peaceful. I'm just like prepared for whatever. So have confidence that this radical honesty is going to improve. With the number 18, they combine to make the number 9. And the number 9 is being echoed here, right? And I feel like with that number 9, things are nearing an end. And I feel like if you had any hardship at the workplace, at the work front, or if you're on some sort of a team, whatever the case may be, even a charity event where somebody says, yeah, go out and lay out the picnic table, and you put all the things on the picnic table. Somebody else comes and says, oh, this doesn't work. I need to rearrange it according to. And maybe one person, maybe your layout was, okay, I'm going to put all the main things here, the main course, and then all the side dishes here, and all the desserts on this table. And somebody comes across and says, oh, that is totally wrong. That's not how you arrange a picnic. It's got to be by color, or by the type of dish. I don't know, but I think you get the gist of this. And that is coming to a halt, and that is coming to an end. It will be something that will cause you to really think about, am I putting too much time, energy, and effort into it? But really, who is with me in pruning these blooms, these blossoms, these gorgeous flowers? And I feel like it's even pruning each other. Are we really helping to elevate, or are we simply escalating things and being able to stand on top of the rainbow? I feel like also what is being seen here is that your intent and your idea is going to serve to really prune and remove all the things that are really harmful to this plant, these beautiful sunflowers. And because you have a spirit of real team and real unity and real, we're doing this together, I support you, Why are you out sabotaging kind of a vibe? I think that this is going to really go in your favor, okay? I think that you are going to be seen as somebody who has that cooperative energy versus competitive energy. And right here with the Queen of Swords, I think it's going to be obvious to everybody, by the way. And inadvertently, this might get a little bit heated, a little bit messy, okay? I don't condone that at the workplace especially, but what needs to happen needs to happen. If somebody needs to be called out to the mat, and all of our business is there, I feel like it might be like one big meeting of, okay, what's really going on? What are all the undercurrents? What is the deal? And what do we have to do to fix it? And I feel like we have a Queen of Swords right here, able to cut through all the BS, and this is what is being transmuted. So things are going to get more peaceful. I feel like even this Queen of Swords is super intellectual, doesn't allow her feelings to get into the mix of things, but she could be somebody that you're, in this job thing. And if it's not a job, it's a cooperation, collaboration of some sort, by the way. And I feel like this person is trying to see how we can transform it. And she will cut off anything that doesn't work. And so everything he or she, it doesn't make a difference. We read energy. But this person, anything that she kind of suspected or didn't understand why there was such like a spirit of like combativeness and will, and it just seems like tug of warring and going on behind people's backs and what is going on. And I want this. No, it's got to be this way. No, it's got to be this way. And it seems like battles for no reason. A war just to have a war. I feel like this overseer, this boss, this person, this queen, this energy who has that wisdom to be able to cut off anything that hinders is going to be able to have all the answers laid out for her or him, right? And I feel that at last that energy is transforming. And the beauty of it is that any doubt and any darkness that the supervisor or this person had is going to be, the doubt is dissipating. It's all over. Like this person doesn't have any doubt whatsoever. Now, what is coming out of this, the beautiful part about this is we have cooperation, we have loyalty, we have stability, we have kind of a pecking order. This reminds me, of course, of like the family tree out of these two people. Then they married, and then they had these two kids, and then they married, and they had so on and so forth. But in a business sense, I feel like this is about loyalty and devotion and firm foundation, and everybody being able to gain in a good way, right? Have gains, and not a spirit of having an enemy in this protected space. It's like if this is our family and we are a team, yeah, we have somebody here sabotaging and slashing somebody's ankles with a tiny little scalpel, causing them to bleed all over, causing war, causing people to limp, and causing drama. And there's absolutely no need for it. Don't be surprised if somebody gets let go. Okay, I don't feel like that's you. As long as you have that spirit of real like cooperation and teamwork, and you're not the petty one trying to run behind the sidelines. But if that is you, then that is a warning that things will be changing, right? And in the end, everyone will be better off. Now, I want to pull a couple more cards because, I mean, I'm on time. What? I'm trying to make my reading shorter. One card, please, for pile number one. If you're liking this kind of read, please do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. I would love to hear from you. Also, ideas on what you'd like to see next. Pile number one. Why are these cards here? Or anything else about what beautiful thing is entering your life? Yay, acceptance. Okay, so maybe you're feeling not accepted. And maybe you've not been accepting the situation as is. But from either side and both sides, I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. That sounds like a 12-step thing, doesn't it? But I feel like also in this case, it's accepting people for what they are and what they can bring to the table. And I also feel like people are going to start seeing you clearly and understand the real power that you bring to the table. And I feel like that real power could be with radical honesty is radical change and in the end, radical peace. That is what I have for you, pile number one. Much love to you. Until next time, namaste. Hi, pile number two. My name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do... I'm all emotional damage. Just kidding. Another reading for you. So if you chose emotional energy, number 25, this message is for you. We are going to get a little bit of sagey sage, and obviously I have it in a different container than I usually use. So we are going to do this because this one burns a little bit longer than the powder stuff. Do we want to do that? Okay. Pile number 2. No, we're not. Emotional energy. Let's get a little sagey sage once again, just because we can. Pull out the big guns. Let's have a peek at this card. You chose emotional energy. Emotions are messengers to be met with the appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. Oof. And right away, the first thing I'm getting is respecting your emotions more. So what beautiful blessing is coming into your life is that I feel like you're starting to recognize that emotions are a gift and not a curse. I personally have struggled with my emotions most of my life, trying to stifle and trying to deny or ignore them, instead of using them for what they're really designed for. It is a gift. Our emotions are a gift. They are clues. They are alerts. It's like another whole system, right? Our feelings are another system to let us know how we're doing, how other people are doing, and what needs to be changed or expressed or whatever. But I get ahead of myself. The number 25. What beautiful thing is entering your life? Pile number 2. Okay, so you're going to have a couple of options. The number 222. You've got some choices here. I heard Bueller. Ferris Bueller Day Off. Ferris Bueller's Day Off could be a thing for you. Confirmation. What else here? Yeah. So maybe, just maybe, this is a blast from the past, and we have the 8 of Wands right here. This is communication. This is also a trip, but it is a massive transformation. So I'm feeling right away, this could have something to do with somebody from your past, and maybe somebody you went to high school with, or depending on your age group and things like that. But regardless, I feel like this could have been somebody who juggled you in the past. Now, if you're already partnered, that's great. I'm just here to deliver messages. It doesn't have to be romantic, but I feel like it is. For a lot of you, we are going to make that determination shortly. So let's see if this is romantic or not, because the vibe is actually right. And what I'm feeling also is that you're in a great place to be able to make a determination now. The one that juggled you wants to return, maybe. Pile number 2. I wasn't, again, expecting a love message here. Why are these cards here? What beautiful thing is entering your life? Oh, a battle. Is that beautiful? Pile number 2, what is going on here? Are we addicted to the drama a little bit? Are we liking the attention? What is going on here? Because this could be a battle, a challenge, or challenge accepted. This could be also people jockeying for attention, jockeying for a position with you. Take that however you will. Why are these cards here, please? Why are these cards here for pile 2? Okay. I knew it. 5 of Cups. I feel like this is somebody that caused you a lot of pain, a lot of grief, a lot of sadness. With the 5 of Cups, I feel like you could have been in deep mourning, and we're talking about emotional energy, right? This is something that has been an undercurrent probably ever since. Somebody that left your life, somebody that you had to walk away from, somebody that perhaps you built sandcastles with only to have them collapse. Interesting. Now I'm looking at that bridge right here, and with the bridge, I'm feeling like, you had to bridge the gap and go into a different life. You had to walk away. I feel like you being juggled with something that obviously didn't work for you, and you went in search of something, the Two of Cups once again. And with that bridge, I feel like the undercurrent, the energy, the residuals remained with you. But with that, we have the star here. And the star is you walking towards, I feel like your north node, I'm hearing. For some reason, I can't pronounce worth a damn, but here we are. So bear with me. Now, I feel like there's been a huge transformation, huge transmutation also, not only within your energy, but the energy of this other person. If this is a romantic thing, and you would know, then yeah, it does pertain to that person also undergoing some type of a major transformation. But I feel like you have left this behind. This is like, boy, bye. Girl, bye, whatever the case may be. And the vibe was right for you to move on to something more beautiful. And I feel like you have things coming to you. Somebody, and it could be also, by the way, somebody returning from the past trying to cause a problem, trying to pull on your heartstrings, trying to open up that bridge once again, and saying, hey, I've changed too. Let's do the doodaloo. I don't think you're doing that, by the way. With the energy that's coming through here, it feels for most of you guys that you are willing to dip in your toes with the Two of Cups, somebody that you are going to meet or that you feel that, I can never say this word, reciprocity, reciprocal energy. That's what I mean, okay? Now, I feel like you have a lot of power and all of this like white light. I don't know if it translates super well on camera, but what I'm noticing is all of this white light at her hands and at the bottoms of her feet and her chest area and crown chakra. So I feel like you are really walking within your power, walking within the light. And I feel like you have your head kind of focused, okay? You are focused on what it is that your north node is, okay? This is your dharma. This is where you should be heading. This is leaving things behind that no longer serve you. And maybe it could be the times that we're like partying or fair weather friends, people that are here just here for a good time, not a long time. And you know, that's not necessarily bad. You could have good people around here for a good time, not a long time. Yeah, if it's done correctly, right? I'm looking at the number 2 with the Two of Pentacles, and I get High Priestess vibes. Interesting, but I feel like your intuition is on point. And I have here the King of Cups. So this is someone who is wanting to offer wanting to offer their love, their cup of love. And I feel like it will color your entire life. And I feel like this here is going to encompass. It's a very safe energy, okay? Sometimes people offer their emotions. Yeah, I feel like you're becoming really astute and adept at reading emotional energy from other people. And that has been like your barometer. Your experience in the past has really been painful, and I don't want to talk down about that, but it also has served to really heighten and hone a skill that you've always had. And perhaps, yes, you may have ignored it, but the past is a past and you've grown from it. And now I feel like you are able to really open up your heart chakra into something new, welcoming and new love. And it's going to seem from like a cloud, like in the middle of nowhere. And I feel like that's going to really transform, because dragonflies are really powerful little animals, little totem insects, whatever it is that you believe in. But they have a lifespan about 3 to 4 months, which is pretty impressive. But, and they're pretty quick. I mean, I think they're just fascinating personally. Whenever I try to take a little video of one, they just zoom and they're gone, you know? It's like, nope, I'm here for your entertainment and you will not do any video with me. I did not sign a press release or permission to use my image anywhere. But with this King of Cups here, this could be male, female energy. Doesn't make a difference. I feel like somebody's going to be offering their heart to you, because this cup appears to me very much heart-centered. Now, with this person who I heard green is green. Okay, for a small amount of you guys, this could be somebody from the past offering their cup of love, but I feel like this is more new love coming in, new emotion. If this doesn't involve like romantic love, this could be platonic love, a deep friendship where you see eye to eye, and you could have learned so much from your experiences in the past that you've moved on from. I feel like for pile number 2, you guys have been working on yourself, working on your own balance, working on your own crown chakra, your own downloads of spirit and things like that. figuring out what is my north node, what can I dip my toes in. And I feel like you are very transparent, very open about who and what you are, but you're not allowing energy in. And mostly because you've been working on transforming yourself. And that is a beautiful thing. And what beautiful thing is entering your life is that you have an energy that matches yours. Of course, vibrationally isn't going to be exact, but this energy wants to give back to you and sees you for who you really are. I feel also like this person, this energy is going to be very, you like that? Very similar. Maybe even they might stutter and get tongue tied around you, right? But I feel like this energy is going to want to move rapidly towards you, but they know that they have to take their time. I feel like they'll be extremely taken, not only with your beauty, but with your openness, your ability to just be incredibly real. But they also know that you're incredibly self-protective because, like this dragonfly, you worked very, very hard to transform your life, and you're not just going to give it away to somebody or allow toxicity into your life. So I feel like they are well aware that you have your defenses up, perhaps, and that you're simply just focused on doing your own jam, on walking the higher road, taking the high road in all situations as much as possible. But I feel like they know that if they offer the right thing to you, you will dip your toes in and see if they invite you out for coffee or for a date or for a friendship. Let's go hang out. Let's whatever people do, the things, and all the things. Now, I'm going to say right here that, yeah, this dipping my toes in type of a thing is going to be all about emotion. What kind of a vibe are you putting out? And what type of emotion? I feel like you're going to test it. You're going to test that emotion, test the energy. And if it's lacking, you're done, you're gone, no big deal. Because you are looking for something with a higher purpose and a higher, you have a divine high calling, right? And I feel like with all of this water, these also wind up looking like ramen noodles. You're welcome. Pile number 2, this feels to me like you could go have a ramen date, but like the real ramen date, not the Americanized things that we eat that are really terrible for us, but we all love because they're so chemically addictive. Anyways, moving on. But I feel like this could be like, hey, let's go have ramen. I know this little place. It's a hole in the wall, or let me make pho for you. I almost said faux. But anyways, it could be something involving soup. I'm feeling okay, but I feel like a lot of energy of wanting to give you a little bit of space, but also encroach enough to make a difference and to really kind of get in there with you. And I think that's really beautiful. I think that you're willing to open up to this in spite of all the hurts, the tribulations. Oh, good grief. I look at the bottom of the deck. I wasn't going to pull one of these here. But check out this phenomenal card, the unknown, knowing the unknown. I feel like you feel this coming towards you. Now, you could be having a lot of signs and synchronicities, by the way. Some things that are just like, wow, that's interesting that happened. And some things that you're doing that you're not even aware of, that you look back and you're like, wait a minute, am I actually ready to meet somebody? Am I that kind of a thing? So I feel like you have your pillars up, and this is very much reminiscent to me of the High Priestess card, okay? But right here, this is almost like a portal of sorts, right? And this is the world, and it's like, are you ready to cross through the portal and allow the angel to cross through and transform everything for you? And it's a lot of change for you, even though you've undergone so many changes energetically, psychically, a lot of emotional changes, and maybe you're still in mourning because there's a lot of water pouring through here. I feel like you are just open and facing things as they really truly are versus how you wish that they are. And the number 1414 on camera came to be. I would like a little bit more about what beautiful thing is entering your life. I think it's this powerful shift. And I feel like with that angel is pretty stony. You are not going to be alone for long. Regret, I know that I cannot change the past. Well, we all have regret to some extent, don't we? So I'm hoping if it's anyone that has kind of, from the past, well, I hope they've really changed. Discipline, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And this could be, anybody who is wanting to deal with you, but especially anybody who messed with you in the past. I feel like this could be, I want to white knuckle it and things like that. So for a lot of you guys, if you do have somebody coming from the past, you might want to definitely take your time and allowing anything back in. Obviously, you've done a ton of work. Energetically, vibrationally, you will not match if they haven't done the work as well. What beautiful thing is entering your life? I heard the word confidence and peace. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Is that not true? Boy, that is so, so true. And one last one. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Yes. And this is what I've been feeling. I feel like you have been working on this. Sorry about all the glare here. But you've been working, and I'm not talking pride like, oh, so stuck up that nobody can, nobody can date you, or nobody can love you, or nobody can, they don't understand. But having a deep pride and like, wow, I've been through a lot and I've been able to transform so much. And I really have like mankind in mind and a higher calling, because whatever the start is of high order, by the way. And I think that you know it. And if that doesn't resonate, this reading is definitely not for you. But you keep on keeping. Pile number 2. Much love to you. And until next time, namaste. Hi, pile number 3. My name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 3, if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. And for those of you that are repeat offenders, thank you so much for stopping by once again. You chose you chose inner integration. I'm going to read it off camera because I can't see that far. There's peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner wild with the taming and the tempering effects life has on us. The number 4, always. Well, that reduces to 4 anyways. It reminds me of stability. Stability, the 4 corners of the earth. 4 corners of your foundation, your home, your job, your mental status. Some of you guys have had a problem with mental health. Now, while I feel like it is wildly popular, it's like a trope in modern society, I feel like it is not so for many people. So I'm talking mental health of all types, okay? It could be somebody disassociating. It could be anxiety. It could be depression. It could be all faces of that. And yes, it could be having like borderline personality or any all the things I'm going to say. But if you have what in old school we used to call it multiple personality, that kind of a thing, like bipolar, then I'm addressing that as well. And I feel like this is old as time. For some of you guys, we're talking inner integration. And the beautiful part about this is I feel like maybe perhaps you would have suffered in silence. A lot of you guys have not even spoken about this to anyone, especially if you're like older. A lot of you guys have gone undiagnosed. If you know, you know. And obviously I am not a credentialed medical doctor. That's something you would have to take care of outside of a reading. For the rest of us, I'm going to say that this could have caused you a lot of anxiety, a lot of puzzlement, a lot of wondering why my life has turned out this way. Look, bottom of the deck, I'm getting yes, yes, yes. You're finally here, not here, but you're finally here in a place in your life where things are integrating, things are making sense. Perhaps it's making sense to you, finally. Perhaps, you know, they say that it takes an average of 7 times of going off medication, if anybody has been on medication, in order for the person to just really say, okay, I definitely need this, you know. And so all the things, wherever you find on that spectrum. Now, I'm going to say that if this doesn't have to do with you and your mental health state, that is perfectly fine. I definitely am feeling like this could have to do with someone in your family, or because I'm feeling a lot of like DNA, and how I'm getting that is I feel like these are all cogs of the wheels of time, things working together, but also integrating things that have been passed down from family line to family line, because all of the cogs have to have some type of similarity, which I feel like is like DNA, okay, handed down from one person to the other, in order to make itself known. And I feel like all of these cogs are winding up, almost like each circle kind of disengages and it becomes this one thing. And I'm seeing in my mind's eye one big circle and the cogs that go slower and slower. You know how you put things together in a rational formation. Am I even explaining this properly? Maybe not, but I hope that you understand what I'm trying to get across here. So things are integrating for you finally. I do feel like it's been a long haul. I feel like it's been tumultuous. It's been exhausting. It's been perplexing. I feel like sometimes some of you guys could have woken up and said, who the heck, or why am I feeling this way, or who am I today? Any of those. And on the spectrum of that even. So we're addressing that today. Now with the Sun card, I feel like we're talking about radiance, and this is always the yes card, like I said before, but integrating. And I feel like you're finding warmth and you're finding family. And if it's not your biological family, I feel like the sense of family, the sense of closeness, the sense of oneness, the sense of support, like maybe perhaps we're not all the same, we're not all identical, but I want to listen and I want to support you. Now, this reminds me of an event I went to the other day that one of my new friends put on, and it was, it's called Switch and Bitch, and it is widely known throughout this area. And basically, it is a sisterhood, and what she puts through is everybody comes to her home and they bring, whatever they have at home that's still usable. So clothing, houseware, any books, gym things, whatever you have at home, and whatever you feel like gifting. And so it all gets laid out, and there's food and festivities beforehand, just celebrating a sister circle. And it's very, very beautiful, bringing all different types of all different ages and groups were there together. But in that, there was just a lot of freedom and a lot of safety and a lot of, hey, I'll explain to you the principle of the party. Sorry. So basically, after we did the whole sister circle type thing, then it wound up being, okay, so now the time is now to go on and try and close and see what you like. Now, the caveat to that is everybody hits the tables and they start looking through gently used things, sweaters and dresses and shirts and business clothes and whatever. So you basically have to dress and try on whatever it is that you have your eye on, see if it fits. And if you like it, go ahead and, take it. And there were a lot of, hey, thank you for this. And whoever donated this, thank you. I really love it. But if someone in the group, one of your sisters, happens to love it too, or wants to try it on, then that's where you have the switch and bitch. It's like, okay, we're going to switch here. And everybody pretty much stops what they're doing to watch the two that are beefing. It's not a real beef, but it was pretty fun. And it's like, okay, well, I, think that would look better on me. So the rules are you have to allow that sister to try on whatever it is that's in your hand, or that caught their eye. And then you would have a vote, and all the sisters would collectively vote, which it looked better on that person or you. And so I feel like this is very much that spirit, the spirit of cohesiveness, of teamwork, of allowing you to be you, allowing all the cogs to work together, because, hey, guess what? It's like all the cogs can shine. They don't have to be pitted against each other, okay? And that's what I'm feeling, is integrating the different sides of you, the business side of you, the smart side of you, the ditzy side of you, because I have a ditzy side, people. I have a sense of humor that's probably, way out there, but I have fun. And so integrating all of those parts that really make you unique. And I feel like you're going to feel so much more at peace and so much gratitude for the space being held for you, even while you hold space for other people. I feel like your heart chakra is warming up. And I feel like also you're starting to gain a new perspective on the world overall, a higher perspective. Pile number 3, what do we have for thee? If you're liking these kind of readings, do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yeah. So I hope my story, by the way, helped kind of solidify what we're talking about here. Yeah, you're finding inner courage and knowing that I feel like you're starting to see the connectivity between everyone, especially if you've been in isolation or somebody who is coming from pile one. Some of you guys could be coming from pile one. That's what's up. Look, pile, if you came from pile number one and you chose to watch three, this is just a confirmation, right? And surrender. I can release my need to control and trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I mean, we can really end the reading here, but we're not because I'm extra. So, pile number three, just know that you are deeply loved. I also feel like people on the other side, your ancestors, are divinely supporting you at this point in time. I also feel like maybe even getting a little bit of sunshine, some fresh air, communing with the trees, with water, with the sky, whatever it is, the best of your ability, with the sun especially, is going to be really beneficial at this point in time. This reminds me of those like little globes where you put your hand over and they have that electricity everywhere. I've always loved those things and been fascinated by them, and I feel like I need one. But your need for control is just going by the wayward, and I feel like you're having this divine trust that the universe and spirit and yeah, that you're divinely taken care of. Okay. Why are these cards here, please? Why are these cards here for pile three? What's up? We need to end your reading right now. Ten of Pentacles. The beautiful thing that is coming into your life currently is cohesiveness, is loyalty, it's dedication. It could really literally be an inheritance. Loyalty. I keep getting that sense of loyalty. Seeing that people are, after all, here for you. You don't have to go it alone. I personally have felt very lonely during my own journey. A lot of it, yes, it has been by choice. A lot of it is due to lack of trust in mankind in general. A lot of it is obviously because of past history. But I'm here to tell you that this too is changing. Pile number three, if this story resonates with you, that is changing for the better. What else do we need to know? What? Freedom. We got freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And just the way this like static electricity is, I feel like in a lot of ways, here, how do I put this here? All these things are really incredibly beautiful. I didn't know what this reading was about, but I kept hearing what beautiful thing is entering your life. And I was like, well, I guess we'll go with it. Spirit says, and here we are. I feel like, look at this. This almost even looks like a, when you look under things under a microscope, okay, microscopic results, test results, and things like that. But surrender, I feel like you're surrendering at your core level, and you're surrendering to, how do I say it? It's not like the world. You're not surrendering to the world, but you're surrendering to optimism and things that are bigger than you and a brighter future and cohesiveness. And you're surrendering and trusting in yourself. Not only are you trusting in people, but trusting in yourself, that you have great judgment, that you have the ability, the wherewithal to protect yourself, like this person appears to protect her heart chakra. If need be, you can do that as well. Although these hands are really quite confusing. I'm not sure what is, I don't want to look, but hand, and then hand. What is going on here? But anyways, the point is, I feel like you're surrendering your frenetic energy. If you've had any, I heard stalemate, if you had any issues with other people, you're integrating peace within yourself and allowing spirit to take care of the rest as needed. And if it gets resolved within your lifetime, you're like, as needed. I'm open to that. But you have freedom and you have the sun. And with that, I feel like there's a lot of nakedness here. I gotta just tell you. And that's, gosh, I'm like TMI. But there's a lot of nakedness here, okay? With the sun, I get I am naked before the world. This is who I am. And I'm integrating the fact that I'm integrating all of myself. I've been a mom, and I've been an employee, and I've been a hard worker, and I've been an entrepreneur, and I've been a supportive person, and I've been, whatever, all the things that you've been, you're integrating those to be your most whole self, because you're all of them. You're not just like one thing. And that's the beauty of this reading for you. And that is the beautiful part of what is coming into your line of vision now. And I feel like this beauty has been evident to other people. But at last, you see it within yourself. And that's going to give you tremendous freedom. Now, for some of you, pile number 3, you're gaining an inheritance right here with the 10 of Pentacles that is going to further your freedom in the 3D world, freedom to do as you need to do, and freedom to progress as you see fit. So that is what I have for you. I definitely am ending your reading here. I'm going to give you some extra sparkles because I think these burn so pretty. And pile 3, this is so cool. So I hope that if you feel led, you'll give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. I am here for your energy, super excited for the new things coming into your world. Feel free to share if you feel led to. And if not, I'll simply see you at the next reading. Until next time, namaste.